What's up, guys? So I woke up and it's just absolutely gorgeous outside. I don't know if you can see the fall trees behind me, but it is really pretty. And so I was taking pictures in the garden and just looking at all my different plants, and I said to myself, why am I not doing a video? Like, this is sweet. I keep kind of forgetting to do videos, and it's just because I get caught up. Videoing myself is not something I'm used to doing, and so people are like, why don't you do videos more often? And I'm like, because I just do things. I don't Planning a video is like a lot to usually think about, and so now I need to just plan better, I guess. But I'll show you what I was doing and kind of what I was out here doing. I was looking at my peppers because they were looking, if you can tell, this little plant right here, it's looking a little rough. It's kind of dying, but there's a lot of peppers on it. They haven't turned red yet, but I may go ahead and pick them, kind of like I do my tomatoes sometimes when they're green. If they're dealing with like pest issues or something, if they haven't quite turned red, sometimes I go ahead and I will pick them and then let them ripen in my house. It's not the most ideal way to do it, but if you have to do it that way, it's totally fine and it will work. So you can just do it. You can just put them in, I like to put them in a brown paper sack, and I'll fill it up. You can pile them in on top of each other. It doesn't really matter. And then I roll the sack over on itself, like just a few times, maybe like one, I don't know, 3 to 4 times, roll it over, not really tight down, but enough where there's like some space in the sack still. And then they'll just ripen just like that. It's pretty neat. Cooney is literally jealous that I'm not petting her right now and I'm talking about the plants. She's funny. Loves the garden. It's her favorite place to be, isn't it, Coon? Yeah, your favorite place to be. I know. Cooney's pretty sweet. Okay, so anyways, like I was saying, I was out here just admiring just everything about the garden. It is so beautiful. This fall has just been gorgeous for weather, for plants. We've really got a nice fall this year in Missouri. And so I've just loved to see this garden going. I didn't think it was going to keep going like it is right now, because this is only a second year garden. I don't know if you remember, but this used to be just a bare lot and it was only grass in this area. So I guess I can flip around and not show myself and show you the garden, but make sure I don't turn it off sometime point. Yay, I didn't turn it off. Okay, so this entire lot that I'm walking around, that I've got my fence up around, it used to just be, and now I can kind of zoom out a little bit, just grass. Everything you're looking at was just grass. And I told Ben, there's our little house. We bought this old farm house and area, but we just want to fix it up and make it our own. Eventually we'll build our house. And anyways, I told Ben, so it looked a lot like this. It was just a big field just like that. And I told Ben, I'm like, look, I need a big garden here. It's going to take me a few years to get things up and running, because it does. You can't just poop out a garden of your dreams. It takes years to establish plants that you want. And I work full time. I honestly should be working right now. But I try to do as much as I can, and I have a lot of help and am able to do things as quickly as I can. But it's been fun to establish this area, and I keep trying to keep up with the grass as it grows over what I'm trying to do, my little Ruth Stout method. But I know if I stick with it, you're going to see a garden that's just amazing very soon. And these trellises did have cucumbers growing on them, but they're all done for the season. So it was looking pretty nice. And this black stuff here, that's left over from kind of like the Ruth Stout initial layer we were doing. Eventually it will decay down into the soil and become soil. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some garden beds. Look at those trees. Look how pretty it is right now. That's just so pretty. We're going to be adding some garden beds, raised beds here. Look at that wild onion. I love it. All that's going to be raised beds. It's going to look very, very nice. It's going to be full of some special herbs I'm going to talk about. I guess I can talk about it now. Why not? So I'm going to start cultivating. Usually I have a small supply of certain herbs that I use a lot. So for example, here's basil. Right? It's an herb that I use all the time, and I use it for all sorts of stuff. So there's my basil. But I don't usually sell my herbs right now. If I need an herb, I go and forage for it usually, or I've got it growing, or I've had it from before. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to get it. So like if I wanted some chicory, there's chicory right out there in the field, that blue flower, if I really wanted chicory. If I want, let's see, that's wild lettuce down there. If I want wild lettuce, well, actually, I can pick one for you. So if I want wild lettuce, I could just get it. But I don't normally, you know, have it on hand like, oh my gosh, let me go out to my field of basil. Let me go out to my lavender field and get, you know, 6 pounds of lavender for someone. I don't have that yet. And I'm going to have that. So we're eventually, this area you're looking at, our drive, you come into our property here, that little road right there comes into our property. And so all of this is eventually going to be full of herbs that I use most often, all over there. So I don't have to gather and walk all the acreage, and I just need to have a steady supply on hand because the products are really selling now, and I need to have a good supply on hand to just keep up with it. So I can just save money that way and help out that way. And this is something that will just help the farm be able to be more sustainable. And there's a lot of things we want to do and bring in here that are going to increase the farm's profitability, and I'm really stoked about it. So anyways, all of that's going to be a ton of herbs that we've talked about. I'm very excited. And then as you scroll over here, there's going to be my big hoop house over there, and inside the hoop house I'm going to be growing some specialty stuff. We're going to be doing some niche products. I don't know if I want to tell you yet, but we're going to be doing some niche products inside the hoop house. And I told you before in another video, but alongside that fence right back there, that's where we're going to be growing our mushrooms. And we're getting ready to do a video of where we're cutting the logs for that. I'm very stoked. So we're going to be growing our mushrooms all along that because the shade is perfect for it. So then my hoop house will be there. I don't know why I always point with my scar hand. Sorry, you always have to stare at my scar. And I need to do a video on that. Remember, I forgot to do a video of that. Okay, so and then over here, so the hoop house over here, right? And then as you go this way, there's going to be, so as you go to the barn over here, there's a path that you can walk out, and you're going to walk out. There's going to be a beautiful little path that I'm designing. It's pretty freaking sweet. That's if you ask me. And there's going to be a little like, what is it? Bird bath kind of fountain thing in the middle over there. And then all my hops are going to be growing here, and the trellises are going to be large. They're going to be running from north to south, trellises that way, and it's just going to be a smaller hops yard. I have big dreams, people, right? And sometimes my husband wants to slow them, maybe tell me to slow down, which is very smart of him. So I'm slowing down and going a little smaller, but kind of just beefing up what we have here because there's a lot of stuff taking off, which I'm so excited about. Thank you so much for purchasing products. If you're one of the people purchasing products, I really appreciate it. If you don't purchase products, you would check them out. They're at grandfamfarm.com. They are great products. We sell everything that we use ourselves personally. And so that's why I need to make more products, which is cool. So anyways, I'm doing what I love and I'm really excited about it. And so thank you for helping me do that. But yeah, if you're really looking for someone that makes good products and looking for a place to source good products, we make good products. So check out grandfamfarm.com and see if we make something that you like. And if you can't afford our products, which some people tell me that all the time, that right now they can't afford products, well then I'll start teaching you how to make them. So if you just look at my other videos, I usually teach you how to make a lot of different products that we make. I think I've done a bug spray video, a poison ivy oak and sumac balm video. What else have I made? My anti-cancer salve video. I don't know. I've made quite a few videos, so just go check them out and I'll try to make more. And as I make products, I'll try to make video on making products. I always forget to make video on making products, but I will get better at this. But yeah, I was just outside today, man, looking at the garden, and it is just beautiful out here. So now I'm gonna turn it around and things I've got growing right now, which is just so nice. So here's my wild lettuce, which is coming up again. I'm getting a second grow. No, that's a lie. Fourth, fifth. I got 2 in the spring. 1 came up in the summer. So this is like my 4th grow of wild lettuce. I do have wild lettuce tincture. I will post that online. Someone asked me that. I do have wild lettuce tincture that is done. How much do I have? I don't know, maybe 30 bottles, 50, somewhere between 30 and 50. So I will post that, and I need to get that posted. I'm so sorry about that. And now I'm going to make some more. So I'm going to grab all these babies and make some more tincture, which will be nice. Very nice. I also had an onion pop up, which was really funny. Really funny. So all this that you're looking at is wild lettuce in here. This is all wild lettuce. This is Jacob's coat or David's coat. Really thorny, annoying guys. I need to get them out of here. But they are good at detracting bugs that are kind of annoying. Oh my gosh. I thought when I looked at that, it was thistle. It's wild lettuce. But I was like, oh my gosh, I have thistle growing in here. It's not. It's wild lettuce. But so these are very nice. It's cool to see these growing up again. Hopefully my hand's not covering the speaker. That would be a bummer. Sorry about that. I just moved it. So that's great. Now, if you look over here too, in this crazy bed, I know people are thinking these beds are dirty. Yeah, I know I didn't take as much, as good a care of them this year as I should have. But you know what? I do what I can, keep up where I can. These are my peppers. Looking nice. These will turn red. Don't pick until red. That's the variety I planted. I do have some green peppers growing. I picked those somewhere, so let me look around for those. So these are my peppers. They're growing nicely. I have another variety. So anywhere, if you're a new farmer or a new gardener, anywhere you see the little flower and Ben's driving by. Hi. I don't know where he's going. Look how beautiful that is though. My goodness, just so pretty, these trees. Oh yeah, he's doing cows. I forgot, cattle. Okay, so anyways, these little flowers here will all be peppers. Hooray. Hooray for peppers. Or they won't. I mean, I guess they do need to be pollinated. Whoa, sorry. I don't mean pollinated, but... Oh, gosh. Look at that. See? Bummer. Bummer. Didn't make it. Wonder what sex that is. I don't know. Look at that. Okay. So... Sorry as I mumbled myself. One of the reasons you may want to pick these early is... if you see a pest problem, right? Or if you see something like a blight going through it or some sort of like fungal disease on your plants, then you'd want to pick them early and do what we talked about. I don't think I'm at that point. Everything looks fine. This is kind of what I'm not liking. Look at the leaves on it. Look at the leaves. It just doesn't look healthy. And it's right next to my very healthy eggplant plant. Very, very healthy. And you can see kind of the fungal stuff down here. You should tear those off. I should. But then you see nice eggplants too. Look at Cooney, man. She's so funny. Look at her. Such a tiger. Hilarious. Man, she has fun in the garden. She has so much fun in the garden. She has been just a funny, hilarious cat. I say that in so many videos, but she really is an enjoyable cat. Nice personality. All right. Okay. She's on the hunt. She's gonna pounce. Nope. All right. Well, anyway, sometimes she pounces for grasshoppers, which is entertaining. All right, so anyways, yeah, I've got a healthy little eggplant plant here, but if you see like blight coming, oh, and another reason I was going to tell you, we're kind of concerned that it's going to get down to the freezing levels next week. And so when it does, if these guys still haven't turned, I'll go ahead and pick all my peppers, because peppers will die after the freeze. They will die. And tomatoes will die, so I'll pick all my tomatoes too, all the green tomatoes. And I have a ton of green tomatoes. Speaking of green tomatoes, look at my marshmallow too, by the way. Look at this marshmallow, dude. Just huge. Look at that. I've got seeds. So I've got a plant here. What a weird time of year. I've got seeds on the same plant that I've got, oops, as it's sticking to me. Sorry, marshmallow. Brand new growth. Just brand new growth. Like these are about to flower out. That's awesome. That is really, really awesome. What a funky year. Just a funky year. Like this brand new growth of the mallow against the background of fall. It looks pretty sweet. I very much enjoy that. Yeah, look at that. Brand new growth. About to flower out. Beautiful. Oh, the cows are excited to see Ben. Those are actually the calves. Woo, that was a weird zoom in. Sorry about that. Wow, sorry guys. That looked funky. But anyways, Ben's getting ready to sell off a bunch of those calves, so if you're interested, let me know. I should put something on the website about that because people do ask me. If you are looking for calves, Ben's looking to sell off, I don't know, 10, something like that. Okay, so let me look to see what else I've got over here. Okay, this is red clover. Actually, this is white clover as it stares me in the face, which is awesome that I'm seeing white clover here. This might be my first white clover. I have red clover. Over here, you'll see some of the red clover that I have. That's red clover. I've got germander here. Sorry, I almost coughed on you here. That's more wild lettuce. Wild lettuce. Yeah, I'm very shocked to see that. Let's go. Okay, yep, so this is white clover. This is my green peppers. Look at it. Yeah, see if I've got some bigger ones. Yep, see, here's a bigger one. So here's a green pepper. Nice, nice, little funky guy. They tasted really good. They were really, really yummy. So we'll have to pick some more of these green peppers. So I'd like to open a storefront. My thing that I would like to do, here's my goal, guys. I want a storefront in Stockton, all right? And I want to be able to bring in all of my just like daily produce. Well, I'll sell, of course, my herbal remedies there. Look, I've got lettuce. That's so funny. Butter leaf lettuce just popping up. There's Ben. Gave me a look. He's funny. All right, but I've got all this butter. Anyways, but I'd like to be able to bring my produce that I get just at any time of year and just give it away for free, the stuff that we're not using. Because Ben and I say that all the time. I'm always like, man, I don't want to use all these eggs myself. Like, I just want to give them to someone for free, but you don't know who to just go to. So I'm thinking I'd love to do that. Just bring it to them, just have it there. Be like, all right, today's free produce is, I don't know how many in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or 5 green peppers. Hooray for you if you can get them first, you know. Plus, like, however many eggs I got today. Maybe plus a dozen duck eggs and some lettuce. You know what I mean? But eventually, sorry, bee. That bee did not want me to take that. I'm not taking anything. Look at these germander seeds. More lettuce. More lettuce. Buy some wild lettuce. That's funny. Lots of lettuces going on here, which is nice. Brand new germander. That's sweet. Buy germander seeds. Really cool. Yep, they're inside here. If you've never seen them, it's inside the pod. It's dropped it out already. Beautiful, huh? Pretty cool. Let's see if I can find you a closed one. Yep, I think so. There's one that's closed. You can see that. Oh gosh, they're really loud. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff coming up. Here's some more lettuce. I'll just pick that and give it to you guys. It's awesome lettuce. There's some more in the middle. I don't know if that's red clover, white clover next to the wild lettuce. But yeah, so wild lettuce is the pain reliever I always talk about. All lettuces have the pain reliever in them. Wild lettuce is going to have the spikes along its spine underneath here. Spikes on its spine. But yeah, pain reliever is what it's for. I know I talked about it earlier. Look at this holy tomato mess. Loveliness. I can't even call it a mess. This is how a tomato plant wants to live its life. Let me just tell you. This is one tomato plant. It's just hilarious. Like, it's massive. I let it go because I obviously don't have time to be doing the 9,000 things I'm doing. Someone tell me that. Like my husband. These cows, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make a video here. What's going on? But this tomato, man, it was cracking me up because one tomato plant got this big. And what it did is it grew and then just fell and became like a bush. And now it's like a vining bush. And it's huge. And I've gotten so many tomatoes from it. Like, look at these tomatoes. I just want to say, all right, free tomatoes. You know, like these are green. I'm sorry. And just getting in here as I start to pull and prod at you. I'll show you one that you can see a little better. Like, I've just got so many tomatoes in here. Like, an amazing number of tomatoes. If you've ever wanted to grow a ton of tomatoes, like on your tomato bush, I don't know if you can see those. There's a ton of tomatoes back there. Anyways, it's kind of hard to show you. And gathering them, that's why people don't do this, because obviously gathering is crazy. But I mean, it's really doable. You get a ton of tomatoes, and this thing has given me thousands. So I'd like to bring this to the store and just be like, all right, guys, here is 500 green tomatoes. There's going to be some that are ripe, you know, and I don't know. I think I just need to get it done. Look at all of them. Yeah, there's ripe ones in there. So these are specialty kind, so they get ripe. This guy needs a little bit more, but that coloring on here is actually what he looks like when he's done. There's one down there. But yeah, tons of them. And look at my borage. Look at this beautiful borage. It's coming up again, and it's not supposed to even come up in there. It comes up in here. This is another borage in here. This is an asparagus that grows along with it. It's a little asparagus pal. This is a wild lettuce. It's not supposed to be here. Very nice. Very, very nice. So that's awesome. But usually there's borage kind of all around its container. It gets bigger and bigger every year. And when the borage in the container is actually growing, holy cow, you can't even see the container. Speaking of, I can't even see the container. These are more tomatoes. If you look closely, here's another asparagus that has seeded out. I want it to seed out. See the little seeds on it? I want it to do that. I need it to do that. Whoops, boom. Before it seeds out, they're flowers. That's how the seeding out process works. But look at all these tomatoes. Holy tomato land. These are how they want to grow. So next year, because these will all come back next year. So the reason you let them go crazy on year one is because they're going to reseed themselves everywhere. What's going to happen is it's going to be a huge area of tomatoes here next year that are going to come up on their own. And then I can trellis them and choose the strongest ones that way. And they're going to be the natural ones that have made it through the fall, made it through the winter, and come back, and they will come back on their own. The same thing's going to happen over here because I choose heirloom tomato seeds. This is what you can do if you choose heirloom tomato seeds. The same thing's going to happen over here. These guys are going to come up again on their own in the spring. My tomatoes here, all of them. There will be so many here. You're going to be excited. That's what happens with these herbs. Borage comes up on its own. Let's see. This is asparagus here as well. Look at that. Look how it's seeding out. I want asparagus everywhere. I want asparagus to just cover all of this because in a root stout garden, you can plant inside here. You should be able to go in here, dig it back, and find the dirt that lies below it. And then you dig inside there. And that's the root stout garden idea. And that's what we need to create here. So anyways, this is asparagus. You can see lovely, lovely asparagus. Yeah, so you just go around and this is what we're doing. These are pokeberries. I'm going to be using these for dye later. See the pokeberries in there? You can use them medicinally, but they are poisonous if a kid is just going to come up and be like, can I have a pokeberry? No, definitely no. That's what they look like when they're ripe. So my kids know they're not to come in here and eat the pokeberries. But I do use, it does have medicinal purposes, and we can talk about that in another video. I've got parsley grown in here. That's nice. Wild lettuce. You've seen that. Here's like the tiny ones. So cute. Okay. This is my Ella campaign coming up again. Let's go, Ella campaign. That's awesome. This buddy has come up, seeded for me, and now it's coming up again. Here's my Ella campaign seeds. Okay, they're inside there. Oops, boops. Kind of a bad picture for you. So very exciting. There's going to be Ella campaign city around here. Let me show you what else we've got. It's a really fun time growing the herbal garden. So in here, I already showed you the asparagus. Do you think it's a fun time, Kuhn? I think it's a fun time too. Look at these tomatoes just resting here. Look at them. They love, 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 love this area. Oh gosh, sorry, cricket, scared me. But they're very, very nice. So anyways, like I said, just with the peppers before the freeze, see, they're very nice on the other side too. Lift it up. Very, very nice. Beautiful. They love this. But before the freeze, I would come in and I'm going to get every single one of these tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to get them all. Because we need, if we leave them out here, They won't make it through that freeze. Tomatoes aren't going to make it, so we'll take all these guys. But like I said, we've gotten thousands, and it's amazing. These guys probably hundreds. These are bigger tomatoes, but it's just been a huge year for all of them. Hasn't it, Cooney? Yes. Okay, let's show you what else we got. So, walk through this. Beautiful. Had a bunch of sunflowers growing in there. Okay, over here, I've got more peppers. So I did have chicory here. So this is a bunch of chicory seeds, which is going to be lovely. I love chicory. This is blue chicory. Very pretty. So I'm going to come collect. I collect these seeds. So people are like, why do you have these seeds out here? I collect them all. Now is a very good time. I usually collect in November. So I collect these seeds, and that's what I do with them. Okay, these were tomatoes. They didn't make it. So I got quite a few different things going on here. I've got morning glories that are draped on the edges. You can see that they're starting, this batch is kind of starting to wither away. But I've also got them wrapped around peppers. So if you look really closely, you're going to see like a morning glory flower in there right next to a big pepper. And you've got it all throughout. These are peppers too. And you can see, ooh, I've got a morning glory flower still open. So there we go. Now you can see the morning glory. I'm going to step up in here. Okay, so here's some morning glory flowers. They're so pretty. They're in morning glory flower in with my pepper. Morning glories are super medicinal, and they're a really good cover crop for the fall. All of these, so these ones have already gone to seed, these morning glories. And these are morning glory seed pods right here. They're dry. I'll crack one. Like I said, I generally don't collect. I'm collecting carefully. I don't want to lose any of them. I generally don't collect until November, but we're pretty close. Look how pretty it is. Those are morning glory seeds. Each one of these black seeds is morning glory seeds. This is the husk that I just tore off, the morning glory husk. And I would sell each one of these seeds. And you can plant them. Then you'll get beautiful morning glories growing everywhere. I love them. But for now, since I don't have anything to collect them with, I'm going to go ahead and spread them around the bed in an area that didn't get morning glories growing very well, which should be over here. And now next year, there'll be a bunch over there. We'll have everything I planted, right? But that's what I would do. But I do sell these seeds, so I'm not going to do that yet with these guys. I'll come in here and collect all of them, gather all, because each, I mean, if you look closely, each one of these is going to contain, oh, I don't know. It varies by at least 4, but it varies by pod. I say at least 4, don't quote me, but usually there's quite a few of them. I can break another one open and count them. They're not dry enough yet, yeah. I mean, honestly, this is not ideal. Oh, they're dropping everywhere on me. Stop dropping. Okay, so one dropped for sure, but there's at least, oh yeah, I'd say at least 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and definitely one dropped. So yeah. Okay, we'll spread them over here. All right, they're a great cover crop and a companion plant. They bring in beneficial insects like bumblebees and butterflies to keep away all of the bad insects, or keep in, ants bring in aphids up them and different things like that. This is turning into a long video. I'm sorry about that. I don't know if you're enjoying this or not. Anyways, but here's a bunch of red clover. I guess you could always turn it off if you're not, right? All right, here's a bunch of red clover that I have. They're just beautiful. Red clover's so medicinal. I'm going to come in and take all this again. I use all of it because I use tons of red clover in my products. Super anti-cancer agent. Really, really good for you. Really, really good for you. Okay. Trying to make this video as vanilla as possible. Okay, let's move here. Again, excuse as I try to get this going looking beautiful. I think it is beautiful still, just getting going. So this is probably going to be some white clover, I would imagine. I don't know. We'll check it out. Look at the little cutie tucked in here. I need to get in here and weed. By weed, I mean pull out the grass. Beautiful. Yeah, literally the only things I pull out in this garden is like grass. Yeah. Everyone's like, get the weeds out of my... Look at that. See why I pull out grass? Because look, what are the ants attached to and bringing aphids up? Just the grass. Look at that crap. Get out of here, ants. Get out of my wild lettuce. Okay, because they're hooked to the grass. The grass is the real enemy. Let me shake it. But the cows like it, right? Okay, pull that out of there. Goodness. Get out of there, grass. Yeah, so I need to come in here. Like, if I were to weed this bed, I'd pull that. What else would I pull? Look around. I mean, there's some in there I would pull. Let me jump up in here. Oop. Okay. So I would weed this. It's connected over there. This is what I want out. Oh, look at that. It just fell open. So look at the seeds that just fell open on me. See them? 1, 2, 3. Shake them. There you go. The pods are so cool. It's just so much fun. I love. Oops, sorry. Got a husk in there. I don't want to hurt you. There you go. I love collecting seeds. It's really fun. And then I put them in seed containers. I'll have to show you that process sometime. In fact, I have a lot that I've just kind of got in baggies and need to put in containers. I'll do a video on that. Maybe you'll find that interesting. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, pulling them all out, that's the kind of stuff I pull out. Now, I wouldn't pull that. That's onion grass. Keep that in there. We'll come eat that. Yum. But I would pull that and that. Get in here. So, like, get that out of there. Perfect. And there's another one. But don't pull out my red clover. Oh, gosh. Or my trumpet flowers over here. So there's a few more in there I'm going to pull out. But all in all, it's a pretty clean bed. I've done pretty good this year about cleaning them up. And then next year, when you look at this whole bed, you know, at this time of year, it should all be covered with wild lettuce in all the spots, or morning glory in all the spots. All that in the middle is morning glory, or red clover. Like, I just want the mixture to continue to take over the whole bed because it helps the soil. You can see where it's not. The soil's, oh gosh, sorry, I just kind of prodded that guy. The soil's not very, seems pretty dry, right? And I honestly, it could use a layer of mulch here. I don't know what I was doing. I need a layer of mulch here for the roost out. Sorry, little dude. But in areas where the mulching is pretty heavy, or there's plant, you know, life growing, it's going to be a lot healthier soil. You know, so I'm sure, yeah, that already like looks better even. Sorry. So like, let's compare that with that. It's just a healthier soil. You know, it's a different color. It's darker. I mean, it's just a healthier soil. And that's why you mulch. And that's why you want, you know, cover crops to be growing. Because it makes for a healthier, happier soil. Let me go close that hole again. But I mean, if you dig that back, I really want to. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's super healthy soil. Okay, I don't want to lose it all. But just really, really healthy, good soil. And that's what you get. That's the same dirt. I've just added hay to it. Straw, I say hay. Or other organic matter. Sometimes I used to add grass. Just grass to it. And it allows the soil to hold in moisture, pull nutrients from the matter that's, you know, laying on top of it. That's what allows the soil to be healthy underneath. And everything about gardening, soil's everything with gardening. Everything about gardening is about the soil. All of it. Here's some Queen Anne's lace. Wild carrot. Inside there, if I can get focused, what it does is all the flowers wrap up and they hold their seeds inside these little things. So Queen Anne's lace grows like this. It's a flower that literally lays like this. And as it dies and goes away, it wraps itself up like this. And all the seeds are on top of my fingers, okay? Like all the flowers, like it's tons of tiny flowers. If you've ever seen Queen Anne's lace or like wild carrot, it's tons of tiny white flowers. My hand represents like thousands of white flowers. And as it dies, it curls up like this. And all the flowers become seeds, remember? It curls, closes in on itself. And all the seeds are held inside that curled up pod. So if you look, this is a curled up pod, and look at all the seeds inside. Every single one of them, okay? There's thousands. So you'd cut that pod off, shake it, and thousands of wild carrot Queen Anne's lace will be in your hand. And remember, to tell Queen Anne's lace from poisonous plants, the queen has hairy legs. The queen has hairy legs. There's hair on the legs of the stem. Ooh, look what I just found, guys. So look how funny these tomatoes are. This is from my neglect, and I hate to say that, but this shows you how resilient plants really are, okay? Look at that stem. It broke in half. I'm like, no way is that plant gonna make it. I should have trellised it. I suck, right? But then look what happened. The plant is so resilient. Even I couldn't kill it. Look what it did. It fell over. Totally fine. It's like, yeah, I'm totally fine. Thanks for asking. Now I'm going to grow to be... Look at this amazing tomato. Let's freaking go. Get me out of here. Look at this amazing tomato. Oh my word. How's that for a Halloween tomato? Look at that. How cool. Perfectly awesome tomato. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. Like, wow. Let's take a picture of that, you know? Like, wow. Perfectly gorgeous tomato. I love things that are different. I'm a huge fan. Look how amazing these are all going to be. This is a specialty tomato blend, and I honestly do not remember which one it is. Which kind it is, which one it is, I don't remember. I planted a bunch of specialty blends this year. And varieties, blends. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to making herbal products. I planted a bunch of special varieties this year, and there's going to be some cool tomatoes. I'm so excited. But anyways, even I couldn't kill this beautiful plant. It's just too strong for me. So awesome. So I would have tomatoes, right? Then I'd be like, look guys, today in the store, we're going to have these free tomatoes. So if anyone's got a storefront available in Stockton they want me to rent, let me know. I'd love to do that. So yeah, walking around. Got some more seed pods over there. Exciting. Let's see what else I can find in my garden. So I've got I don't think the raspberries have come back at all yet. Lots of wild lettuce. This bed really needs weeded, honestly. This one I've got to take care of. But these are going to be raspberries. First year raspberries, so nothing to expect here yet. I had a few little guys that came out. But let me show you this. Look at these tomatoes. Lots of cool. There's another guy in there. Here, let's see if we can jump up here and pick some tomatoes. Oh, I'm stepping on my stuff. Sorry, guys. Ground ivy. Okay. Look at these tomato plants. I tried to trellis these guys. They just were kind of like, are you kidding me? You're seriously trying to trellis me, but all right. Just did their own thing. But I got some really cool tomatoes here. Another different kind of tomato where I would be like, all right, well, here's this other kind of tomato. Once I go look in my book to see what I planted in this corner. And I knew what it was. I'm not a tomato connoisseur, you know, but what a good idea, right? Oh, rotten ones, let them go. See, I wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have been able to happen if I had my own storefront where people could just come pick these things up for free, right? Yeah, I'm talking free. I would just sell my herbal remedies and give away all my produce that we don't use. I love growing things. My green thumb urges growth every year. I have to grow all sorts of things every year. Ben's always like, we never eat all these things. I used to can out tons of stuff. I used to be a canner. Now I just provide it to the birds and everything else around me, I guess, when I'm not eating them. Mostly I eat them all myself, and it's a lot of food. A lot of tomatoes. But I do still can some, just not as much as I used to. I give them away mostly now. And anyways, lots of fun tomatoes to pick and be had. Look at this basil. That's beautiful. All right, guys. Well, but this needs to go. See, we should pull this out together. That thing just growing big and tall like that. Look how easy it comes out, though. Goodbye. Here's another one. That gotta go. Goodbye. Look at the roots. Looks so much like corn. You can really see that corn is a part of the grass family when you pull these big grasses out of here. Look at that. My gosh. Huge. And honestly, it might even be corn shoots from leftover corn. I did do corn in here 2 years ago. Well, I say 2 years ago, last year. Could be corn. Coming back up. But I don't need corn in this bed. All right. Well, I think that's it for my morning little pick. Had a fun time. Glad I filmed it. I think you'll enjoy it. One more. Weeding's a lot easier when you keep all the weeds in your garden and use them for their medicinal purposes. You know? A whole lot easier. All right, well, I'm going to take my tomatoes back, and then I'm going to go pick a couple other little things over here that I need 2 hands to pick. And I will see you guys later. Hope you have a wonderful day. Let's look at these really quick, though, compared to the one I got over here. Just gorgeous. Tomatoes. And these are not anything that's going to harm you. You can literally eat all that, and people, oh my gosh, it's scarred. Yep. That is a normal tomato. It will cut beautifully and taste awesome. Same thing with that. All normal. If you've never lived on a farm, though, before, and never seen something like that, it kind of freaks people out. But there's other ones that don't have any of that stuff, too. But yeah, I'll eat all that. Lovely. This one, you know, just gorgeous. All right, guys. It's been fun. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you later. Good luck and good health.